Good morning. We are drinking coffee out of a mug that I've had in my collection for a very long time. This one came from a barber shop that I used to get my hair cut in back home in Texas many years ago. We got several things planned to do today. Got some chores around the shop to do. The old cast iron Griswold pan or cast iron skillet that we picked up a few videos back. We've been soaking that in oven cleaner in a plastic bag. We're gonna see if we can get that cleaned up today. Had his little rubber band wound up tight. After we do that, we're gonna clean out my cleaning tank because cleaning that cast iron pan in it is gonna really nasty up the water, make it unusable for cleaning anything else. So we'll get that emptied out and wiped out and fresh batch of cleaning fluids put in it, water, soap, and ammonia. Let's see what else we got. One thing going out here today, but boy is it a doozy. This is over $1,000 sale. By the time I put insurance on it and adult signature and all that stuff, the shipping alone was $31. I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you want to know what this is and get a good look at it, go see the video we posted yesterday, the last video. Okie dokie, let's see. Let me get you off of this stand. Today, while we're working in the shop, we're going to be watching George, the antique nomad. Very knowledgeable man. Very well known in the vintage world. So get a chance, go check out the antique nomad. Tell him the Junk Monkey sent you. All right, folks, I'll bring you guys back in. We got some pretty cool stuff going on today. If you remember the rock that we found, there it is. We found a rock at the Goodwill bins here a while back. We're actually going to cut this rock and see what's inside it. So stick around. Lots of neat stuff to do today. We got to go to the post office, and while we're out, we'll run through the Goodwill and see if we can't find us some more treasure. Well, folks, that big green monster you see there is my diamond rock saw, which we'll be using to cut that rock I showed you earlier. But right here in this black plastic bag, we have the old cast iron skillet. Use a little easy off oven cleaner on it. And put it in a plastic bag, and quite honestly, it's been in here for a few days. I don't know if this has dried out or if it's ruined the pan or what, but we're going to get a look at it and see. Oh yeah, we're going to be fine. Don't have anybody to work the camera for me. Give me just a minute. I've got a cleaning tank just off the screen. Let me put this bunch of nastiness in the trash. But you can see it loosened up a lot of that stuff, that crud. Let me get this in the cleaning tank, get my hands wiped off, and I'll move the camera in and give you a look at what we're working with. All right, y'all, this is my cleaning tank. What this actually is a parts cleaning tank that I got from the old hobo freight. Harbor Freight. But we got the pan in here. It's just a lot of soap and water in here. And we're about to apply a whole bunch of elbow grease to this thing and get her cleaned up, get her scrubbed up, looking good. And then we're gonna have to wash it again, get some cooking oil on it, get it put in the oven and get it seasoned. This thing was terrible. If you go back and look at some of the footage of me finding that pan, that thing was just absolutely crusted up. You could barely read the bottom of it. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me just scrub a pan, so I'll bring you guys back in when I get her a little more clean, and then later today we will get that rock cut, and I'll get you out to the Goodwill and we'll do a little treasure hunt together. Well, good news and bad news. Good news is it's working. It's coming clean. Bad news is not enough. So we've got it soaked back down and in a plastic bag and outside again. Now, what's even worse than that is I had really hoped that was going to come 100% clean, because I really need to clean this tank out. This water is just nasty, especially after just scrubbing on that pan. So anyway, we're going to move on. Next task is to cut that rock, and then once we see what's in that, we're going to head to town. Y'all hang tight now. All right, folks, here we go. This is the little rock that we found at the Goodwill bins last week. We're about to put it in this saw right here, cut it open, and see if it's got some treasure hidden inside it. So come on in here, I'll show you how this thing works. We've got a vise in here. It's actually a cross slide. It holds the rock. You can move it in and out, and it pulls the rock into the blade. Here's our big diamond blade. It's an 18-inch diamond blade. We are going to get this opened up and see if we can get this thing to hold this rock. Kind of want to cut it across here so we get this bulbous end to show us what it's hiding. Sometimes this vise fights me, so y'all stick with me just a second here. We can get it to tighten down on there. There we go. All right. That's good and tight. Now we're going to line the blade up, I think right about there, and see how that does. Move it in close to the saw. And that's it, folks. We're going to close it up. Got the power switch right here. And boom. Just like that. I'll bring you guys back in a few minutes when this rock is cut. All right, folks, that rock just finished cutting. I'm going to turn the saw off. This is always exciting. It's like opening a Christmas present. You never know what you're going to get. There's oil all in the top of the lid here. I'm going to let that drain down for a few seconds. Then we'll get in there and see what that rock looks like. All right, I can't wait any longer. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh, we have some treasure for sure. I know you can't tell because it's got that liquid in it. We're going to pour that out, and it is full of crystals. Let's rinse that out so you can see. Get you over here in some sunlight. So what we got was a geode. Very cool. And I found that at the Goodwill bins. Imagine that. All right, folks. Oh, I love finding stuff at the bins. I never thought I would find good rocks there, though. Well, folks, cutting that rock was exciting. Got a couple more that I found at Goodwill. And we'll get those cut in future videos. We just had a sale come through. It's this, excuse me, Panasonic VHS DVD combo unit. I sold it for full asking price of $49.99 plus shipping. Customer's going to be all in around 90 bucks. As always, I'm going to include a blank VHS tape and a set of RCA cables. I get both of these at the bins. Every great once in a while I run out of these and I have to order a few online, but they're fairly cheap if you can buy them in bulk. So let me get this boxed up and we'll get it to UPS. I do not ship these VCRs and VHS DVD combo units through Ground Advantage. I don't do it. I don't care if it's cheaper. Every single one I've ever shipped through USPS has arrived damaged. I have really good luck with UPS. So I'll get this boxed up. We'll get to the UPS. We've already gave the one item I showed you earlier to my mailman, Jesse, who comes through. And Jesse, if you're watching this, man, I really do appreciate you. You always take care of me. So, all right, folks, we'll get back with you when we get to the thrift store. Let's see if we can't find us some more treasure today. I might as well show you guys how I ship these things. I've already got my 18 by 12 by 6 box taped up. Got some crushed paper in the bottom of it. Not a lot. And the reason I don't put a whole lot is because we're about to do this. About to put several layers of bubble wrap on this rascal. The last one of these that we sold went out with a remote control. Almost the same money. The customer was all in close to $100, so just a little bit more. Cannot stress enough how good it is to have a decently set up shipping station. We wrapped it long ways. Now we're going to wrap it short ways. Anyway, that last one that we shipped out, if you've been watching the videos, you know that that's a very strange situation. I still have $130 set aside for a possible return. The guy has written me several messages that are just paragraphs long, very hard to understand. Go back and watch some of the other videos about that. However, he has 2 days to start this return. I have offered him the return several times. I even walked him step by step through the process of how to start a return and get a shipping label. During all of that, he says he got it to work, but he was, the issue now is recording. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know if he doesn't know how to use the machine, which he assures me he does, or if he thinks it's a DVD recorder, which it is not, was not advertised as such. It is it'll record the VHS, but it only plays DVD. So I guess we'll find out in 2 days. I guess after the 2 days is up, I don't know if he can still claim INAD, but in 2 days, I am going to pull the $130 and put it in my bank account because I'm literally tired of dealing with it. And I think I'll be covered at that point, especially since he's already sent a message saying that he figured out how to make it work. That fits in nice and tight. We're just going to take some small pieces of crush, put it around the edges, sticking out the top a little. That way when we close the flaps on the box, it'll give even more cushion. We'll tape this rascal up and we'll get on the road. You guys come along for the ride and let's see what we can find in the way of treasures. We need a little more crush right in the center on the top. And I think that's going to work. Just don't be stingy with your tape, folks. It's cheap, and the more you put on the box, the more stable the box is, the stronger the box is. Put a couple more strips on here. I know the sound of that tape can be irritating, but my wife says that's the sound of money. She's not wrong. All right, let's get a weight on this. 12 pounds or less. Come on now. Yes, 11 pounds. 10 pounds, 11 ounces. I can ship these things through UPS Ground pretty much anywhere in the country for $25 or less. And that's basically, I use a flat rate shipping fee of $25. So sometimes I get to keep a little of that, and sometimes it's not quite enough. These boxes, I did a cost analysis several years ago. And for me to box something up and ship it with the cost of the box, the packing material, everything, all inclusive, it's $3 or thereabouts out of my pocket. So if I make a couple of bucks, I'm still not getting the full money back. Yes, they give us a discount if we purchase the label through eBay, but it's usually not enough to cover what they take out in fees plus the cost of the shipping materials, but it does help, so I'm not complaining. All right, folks, let's get to the thrift store and do some treasure hunting. Well, folks, I messed up. I got that VCR DVD combo unit boxed up and weighed up, sat down at my desk and printed out the label, and that's where I messed up. I had it listed for economy shipping, not UPS ground, for whatever reason. So I just hit buy or purchase shipping label. It spit out and I saw that G on the corner of the shipping label. That's when I knew I messed up. Fortunately, it doesn't have to go far. In fact, it's going just south of me down to California and not very far down into California. Hopefully that means the USPS will have a lot fewer chances to damage the thing. And I wrap a lot of bubble wrap in there. So it always amazes me when they do damage something that's got plenty of bubble wrap in it. So hopefully we'll be just fine. And if not, I have free returns. If it arrives damaged, I'll just refund the customer and chalk it up as a lesson learned. It's not the first time I've actually done this. Hopefully it'll be the last time I do it. It can get costly. Every once in a while I give USPS another chance, and every single time they disappoint. I don't know if it's part of their automated system where they're just shooting packages down rollers or whatever and conveyor belts, and they don't handle packages of this size very well, or if it's the workers in the warehouses or pick something up that's over 2 pounds and they get mad and just sling it. I have had packages show up with boot prints in the middle of them and everything inside crushed. But that's part of being a reseller and part of shipping things. I have really good luck with USPS lately. I haven't had any issues, but I always get a little nervous when I ship one of these USPS. All right, third time's a charm. This time I promise you, I'm not bringing you back in until we get to the thrift store. Oh, we made it. And the parking lot is jam-packed full. Not a single parking space. I actually had to park behind the building in the next parking lot. Many times though I've seen where there were actually more cars in the parking lot than there are people in the store. Hopefully this is one of those occasions, but I doubt it. I saw at least 5 or 6 people headed in the door as I was looking for a parking spot. But we're going to get in there and see if we can't find us some treasure. Well, no such luck with the crowds. It is jammed up in here. They got some new carts. I picked up a bag of figurines we're going to look at. Somebody dropped off a duck. This is nice. This is marked, so we're going to pick that up. We got this guy. It's resin, but it's signed Jim Palmer, so we'll look that up. And I'll give you guys a look at this aisle, which, as you all know, is my favorite aisle. Let's see if we can find something nice, or something else nice, because we've already found at least one good, hopefully 2 good items at the very beginning. That crystal duck gives me hope. I'll get a better look at that where it's made mark here shortly. but I'm pretty sure that's going home with us. Look at this old milk bottle. I don't know much about these, other than if they have a city name on them, they're pretty good. Teacher's Dairy, bottle patented, 1 quart. So no city. It was at a booth somewhere for 11 bucks and didn't sell. I think we'll leave that here. Lace flower vase. What do we got down here? It has a, oh, it's very lightweight. It's art glass. It's not signed. It's neat, but it's got a little damage. It's a little wonky, a little low quality. I think we'll leave that here. They've been putting some stuff out today, it looks like, other than just Halloween decor. There's a neat vase, but yep, it is color flashed from a florist shop. Check the electronics we just sold. Oh, which is that the same Emerson that was here? Nope, that's a Magnavox. Is it a recorder though? No, it's just a player. But I've sold this model multiple times before. And for 12 bucks, we'll pick it up. We'll do the best we can to test it before we get out of here. But I get a week to return those. Well, I love it when I find things live action for you guys like that. Not seeing a whole lot else on the shelf with the electronics. Be cool if we could get lucky and hit Fenton 3 days in a row, but I still think that little crystal duck is going to be our best find. There's something that looks like depression glass, but it's way too new. It's a 2-piece thing, and the bottom saucer thing is very poorly made, and they've got it priced individually. $2.50 for the saucer, $3.79 for the sugar. That will definitely stay here. There's a couple of noodle bowls with cat faces on it, Chihuahua faces on it. Okay. Well, I'll leave that here for somebody who has Chihuahuas. And that's neat. I've seen this, a lot of this glass. I'm pretty sure it's Romanian. And while I have sold it, oh, nope, that's Party Light. We're gonna leave that here. There's the German serving dish that we saw within the last day or two. There's a neat clamshell that somebody hand painted. It's you can tell it's not their first hand painted item, but I think we'll leave that here. Folk art from me has to be much, much older before I can do anything with it. Let's get a look at this. Let's see if we can get lucky. That's hand painted. It's in decent shape, but it is unmarked. Let's see if there's a signature on it anywhere. No. So we're not even going to look that up. We're going to go ahead and leave it here. I was hoping that was Limoges. I don't see anything over there. Boy, is it crowded in here. All right, I'll bring you guys back in if I find something. At first glance, it appears to be Murano Submerso glass. However, it's still got the raw sticker on the bottom of it. There's a lot of bubbles in the glass and a little bit poorly made, so I'm going to leave it here. What would you do? This particular Goodwill puts all their furniture over in the back corner of the store, and I always like to check over here because they put a lot of the floor lamps over here too, the tall ones. And a couple of months ago got really lucky and found just a piece of one, but it had the uranium glass, slag glass accent pieces in it, and we were able to salvage those glass pieces and sell them for really good money. I'm headed over there to look at them shoes in just a second. Oh, there's a new cart over there too. We'll go check it out. One of the workers here that is very friendly. That was awesome. We got several pairs of shoes to look up. Hopefully some of them are really good models that we can resell for a profit. Well, I was headed to the shelf with the VHS in it, but it's over there in that corner. Half of the scooter brigade is sitting there, and there's a crowd in between me and there. So let me see if I can go squeeze in there and grab a VHS tape to test this combo unit out that we found. My day is complete. I found a monkey. Every time I find a monkey from now on, I'm going to show it to you guys. That's just too funny. Well, folks, we made it through another day. We did have one more sale come in late this afternoon, but we'll show you that on the next video. So it's actually worth going in to the Goodwill today. It's a weekend. I don't generally like going in there on the weekend. I do go in on Saturdays if I ship anything out on Saturday. Just because I'm in town, I'm just a few blocks away when I'm dropping packages at the post office. Which today we shouldn't have had to went. We should have went to UPS, but I messed up printing the label. That kind of thing tends to happen. Around here, flexible is too rigid. You got to be fluid. Anyhow, we ducked in there, super crowded. Had to park behind the building in another parking lot. I almost didn't go in, but I promised you guys I'd take you thrifting, so I went in, and I'm glad that I did. So let me show you what we got. First thing we got was this little baggie full of knickknacks, just little figurines, animal figurines and shoes and ducks and birds and kind of stuff. This will go into one of my live sales. It'll be a choice sale. I set up a little stepped shelf looking thing and put stuff on there. We start the bidding at $1, and whoever wins the bid gets to pick what they want. Some of these are so small we'll lot them up, like 2 or 3 birds, a couple of seals, 2 or 3 ducks, things along that line. We paid $4 for this little baggie, and there's no telling how much we'll make, if anything. None of this stuff might get picked, but at the end of the day, I'm sure some of it will. There's some cute little things in here. There's a little skunk. Believe it or not, cute little skunk figurines, they sell like crazy. Let's go ahead and open the baggie and get him out of there. I'll show him to you. But, it needs to be cleaned. And that one ain't going to sell for us because his tail's been broke off and glued back on. That stinks. Pun intended. Anywho, that kind of stuff happens. There's plenty of profit to be made with the other stuff that's in there. Set him over there out of the way. Then we found a set of Kyries. They're in great shape. They need minimal cleaning, which is the 2 top things when I'm picking up shoes these days. Number 1, they got to be in great shape. Number 2, they cannot need excessive cleaning. And they have to have a good sell-through. These have a pretty good sell-through. There weren't many listed. There were more sold than listed. They're size 12, so a good size. And they're, again, like I said, they're in great shape. We should be able to sell them for somewhere $50, maybe a little more. However, the sale of the day, not the sale of the day, the find of the day. I told you guys I had a feeling about this duck. We'll get to him in a second. This one here, it's a resin duck, but it's signed Jim Palmer, and it has a good sell-through. This thing is worth about $25. We paid just over $4 for it, so that'll be a good one. We'll clean him up and get him listed. This little guy, though. This little guy was the find of the day. If you keep going and you keep looking, eventually you find something good. This is Baccarat crystal. As far as I'm concerned, it's right up there with Lolly, right up there with Dom. It's just a great piece. Now, listed versus sold on eBay. There's quite a few listed, but they're not all identical to this one. There's quite a few sold, and the prices are just all over the place. But the only good sale that I saw on this particular duck sold for $68. And there's a bunch more of them identical to this one that are listed in the $100 range.
So $68 to $100 is what we can expect. I think I will list mine at $90, get it cleaned up, take some really good pictures of it, and I'm gonna put it in my collection. And I will get north of 68, or I'll keep it. I don't mind. It'll fit right in with my lolly collection. The hat was from my dad's ship, the Enterprise. He was a founding member, what we call a plank owner of the ship. And we had a dinner date tonight with my mother-in-law. It was for her birthday, which was actually last weekend, but we celebrated it tonight. So I got home and come out to the shop and didn't have a hat on. And I don't know, I'm just not going to step in front of the camera without a hat on. So I had this hat out here with some other memorabilia from my dad's ship. And so I threw that on for you guys. So there we go. That's what happened today. It was a good day. We made a great find, found some great profit. So and made some good sales, got everything shipped out. The next time we ship will be Monday morning, and I'll get you guys a video of that. So thank you for coming along with me on my little treasure hunting adventures. I appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all come back now, you hear?